Hello, I'm Jonathan Dunsky, author of the Adam Lapid Mysteries. On this channel, I often talk about crime fiction that I read and enjoyed, and today I'd like to tell you about Money Shot by Christa Faust. Money Shot is a pulp novel published by Hard Case Crime, who specialize in this sort of novel, hard-boiled, pulpy, very much reminiscent of the style of novels that were popular in the 1940s and 50s and 60s. But this novel is modern, set in the 21st century, and that's part of its charm, I think. So let me tell you a bit about the main character and the plot and what I think about the novel as a whole. So Angel Dare is the protagonist of this novel, and she is a former pornographic actress, and she was quite successful and beloved in that industry. And now she has retired and opened an agency in which she represents young actresses in the adult industry, trying to protect them, their interests, their safety. And she herself is out of the business, out of acting, when she gets a phone call from a former colleague inviting her to do another scene. She was requested specifically for that scene, and the money offer is good, and she is in a sort of place in which she wants to prove to herself that she's still got it. She's in her 30s, and she wants to show herself and the viewing public, her fans, if you will, that she still looks good enough and has the right stuff to still perform as a pornographic actress. But as it turns out, this invitation to perform in a movie is a scam. It's a way to lure her to a house in which she is met by some very unsavory people, where she's beaten and abused, and finally left for dead in the trunk of a car. But she's still alive, and she manages to get out, and now she finds herself wounded, battered, and framed for murder. So her business, her life, everything has been completely destroyed by this crew of criminals. And Angel Dare has no idea why she was targeted, why this friend betrayed her, and what is going on here, what the reason was for all this destruction that was made of her life. And so she sets out on a journey to discover what's going on and to get even with the bad guys who abused her, mistreated her, and framed her. And at first she's does not view herself as capable of doing what it takes to get back at these criminals, but slowly she gets more and more into the mindset that she does indeed have what it takes, that she's tough enough. And so there is a lovely sort of character development in which she sort of grows into the role that she assumed for herself as this vengeful angel. Now, the book, despite its main character being a pornographic actress, and despite it having certain elements or having certain scenes and other characters that are also part of that industry, it's not erotic, and it doesn't contain a lot of sex, but it does contain certain references to things within the adult industry. That industry is not portrayed as something glamorous or attractive in any way, but the characters within that industry do see a certain or they're not ashamed of it. I would say they enjoyed their acting years or their role within this industry. They do not view it as something unseemly or sordid or anything to be ashamed of. So you get a very balanced view of the adult industry, including some sort of inner jokes, inner glimpses into that industry, the terms that they use within that industry, the jargon, and things like that. But I don't think it's over the top or should in any way, repel you from or deter you from reading this book. Now, this is a short novel. It's fast, quick, pulpy, and it's not the sort of novel that is too deep or something that, will change your life. What it is just a piece of entertainment, a way to pass a few hours in a fun way, to take your mind out of your daily life and into a story, which is what this sort of book is designed for. And so I think that while this is not, a book that will appear on any, 100 books to read before you die list, it is a book that has a certain goal, which is to be, as I said, a piece of entertainment, a piece of pulpy, hard-boiled fun, and it achieves this goal completely. And so I would recommend this if you are a fan of fast, quick crime fiction with, an able female protagonist who takes revenge on the bad guys. And so I enjoyed it quite a bit, and you can find a link in the description below to where you can find a copy for yourself. This is I believe one of the first original novels that Hard Case Crime published. Hard Case Crime, at least in its early years, sort of specialized in republishing old books, old crime fiction that was written by, let's say, masters of the craft or masters of the genre, and they slowly and gradually moved toward publishing new stuff, and this is a good example of one of their excellent offerings, excellent contributions to the crime fiction genre. So let me know in the comments if you've read this novel. There is also a sequel called Chokehold that I'll probably get to reviewing at some later date. But let me know if you've read this novel or if this is something that seems to you like something you'd enjoy. And let me know also if you've read any other novels published by Hard Case Crime. If you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing to my channel and giving this video a thumbs up. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.